Hello everyone, welcome to the rundown of this week's round 4 edition of Premier League for the ladies. Another hot one. It's me by myself again. Unfortunately the boys have let me down, but I'm here with 2 hats on and we're ready to go. So round 4 saw Leeds Legends defeat the Lake Bloomers 122-65. Good performances in Leeds Legends were from Kerry McLaughlin, and she had 27, but there was only 3 scores that counted, so that really affected their team. But Leeds Legends had the 4 players on course. Sue Jenkinson was a great score, 36, Nola Bennett 30, so they're worthy of a mention. Great. Pitch Perfect defeated Odds and Sods 128-49. Unfortunately, Odds and Sods could only put 2 people on the park. Di Patterson was one of those and she had 31, but good performances from Pitch Perfect. Josie Kirkman with 34, Marie Collins with 33, Di Simons 32. But probably having the 4 players really does make a bit of a difference there. Fluffy Ducks defeated 8 Tarts. Good scores in those 2 teams. Terry Jo Ponsford, Rosalie Drill 31, but consistent through the team. I think the worst score in the 8 Tarts that were recorded was 30 or maybe even 29. Fluffy Ducks 34, Carol Eddy, and 31, so we're doing better there, but dropped away really quickly. The other scores that were included were down in the mid-20s, so that's why that result affected there. So Fluffy Ducks did defeat 8 Tarts. Fairways Fillies defeated the 19th hole champions, and 19th hole champions unfortunately only had the 1 player, Marie Brown. She scored 27, but good on her for having a go and getting out there. The rest of the team need to get behind her and perform. Fairway Fillies, Kath Kelly was the best score of the day, 37. Well, not the best score of the day, but the best score that I saw was 37. Lorraine Healy, 36. And that would have pretty much beaten any team for the day, so that well done to the Fairway Fillies. We'll get on with some of the prizes. Sook of the week. I felt like there probably was no sooks. The weather was hot. It was a great effort for those that did get out there. It's been a hot couple of weeks. Hopefully the weather's broken and next week's predicted to be the low 30s, so we'll see a full range of teams out there next week and get a real good sense of how everyone's going. I thought Steve paid out on Elizabeth Pollock probably too much in the last show as well. I didn't think that was right, but anyway, I'll talk to Steve later on. Rosalie did say that there was a self-proclaimed sook of the week, Chris Fleming, for complaining about a golf, but apparently Chris thought that was she should be nominated for sook of the week herself, so I thought I'd better mention that. Villain of the week was Pam Taylor for not doing too much other than being herself. She dogged in a couple of people, trying to take a bit of the blame off herself and put it onto others, but I still think that she's to blame as much for anything that happens. I think she probably instigates most of it. So Tool of the week was Colleen Armstrong for hitting on the 11th tee and then deciding after everyone else had hit that she'd try and hit again until other ladies in the group decided to fill her in that she'd already actually hit the ball and showed her where it was, and off she went and played the hole. So she forgot that she hit the first shot. We did have a man in the men's competition, Craig Healy from memory, that did that. So it's not uncommon. I don't think I've ever done it yet. Don't want to hit 1 shot, let alone 2. But good on Colleen for trying that. Hero of the week, as I mentioned, Marie Brown was the only one to show up in her team, 19th hole champion. So hopefully she'll get behind the rest of the team and get them out on the park next week. Judy Holland apparently could have had anything. She played really well for her team, but her putter let her down to the Fluffy Ducks. So that's all right. It'll turn. You've got to get all your game in order, but you've got to get something in order before you can get all of it in order. So the putting will come around, Judy. And also Marg Morgan again for playing, braving it in the heat. We know she struggles a little bit in the heat. She's a fighter. She didn't provide any scores for the team. She wasn't needed, but as a team player, she's there and supporting her team. Next week's round 5 action for, yes, it is on the 16th of March, so it is next week. Lake Bloomers play Pitch Perfect. Pitch Perfect on top of the ladder should defeat the Lake Bloomers. Next in line was Lee's Legends, and they play Fluffy Ducks. So Fluffy Ducks, yeah, probably should do it, going by their ladder position, but you never know. Lee's Legends are on the way up. Odds and Sods versus Fairway Fillies. This should be pretty easy. The Fairway Fillies are in second place and need to keep winning to stay in the top 4. 8 Tarts B and 19th hole champions will probably be the match of the round. The 19th hole champions just sit outside the top 4 and would like to get in. The 8 Tarts are just inside, and they might drop out, so that'll be a really good match this week. So as mentioned, I'll run through the ladder. Pitch Perfect on top, Fairway Fillies, then 8 Tarts, Fluffy Ducks make up the top 4, and just outside was 19th hole champions, Lee's Legends, Late Bloomers, and poor old Odds and Sods on the bottom. That's all we have for this week. Thanks very much. Thanks for putting up with just me. Thanks to Brown Brothers for their sponsorship. Thanks to Amy, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.